Hi, I'm Cryostax and welcome to my channel. One of the big challenges of a free-to-play or low-spender player is skipping banners. Hoyoverse is always hyping up characters, tempting players to spend their hard-earned Primogems. Knowing when and how to skip is very important for free-to-play or low spenders. I made this Why I Skip series so I could share my thought process on skipping character banners and hopefully help you guys save up your Primogems for the right character that fits your account. I will give some pointers or criteria that you can use to determine whether a character can provide an upgrade to your account so you can perform better in the Spiral Abyss. Please stay tuned and enjoy the content. On the first episode of Why I Skip series, I will discuss why I skipped the frontline surveyor of the Knight of Favonius, Mika. Mika is hyped as a Eula support and I was eagerly anticipating Eula's banner to drop as more and more Mika's kit was leaked. However, the Hoyoverse team decided to drop a huge bomb by not including Eula in Mika's banner. It felt strange at first, but after seeing Mika's kit, it all made sense. Mika is not intended as a dedicated support for Eula, although Mika's healing, attack speed increase, and the C6 critical damage boost are always welcome. But in my opinion, these are generic upgrades that do not specifically benefit Eula. Putting Mika in Eula's banner will expose these facts severely. As a content creator, I really want to test out Mika so I can provide a better review for my viewers. However, like most of you, I also need to save my Primogems where it matters. On that note, here are my top reasons why I decided to skip Mika. I'm not sure about others, but I placed a huge significance on a character's appearance. After all, it was Genshin Impact's character design that pulled me in the game. The intelligent look of Zhongli and the cool burst animation of Raiden Shogun convinced me to play the game. As long as the character looks great and fits my preference, I will strategize and adjust my team for that character. However, when it comes to Mika, and I would like to apologize in advance, but his design doesn't stand out to me. I will move forward at this point since we have all our own character preference. Nevertheless, Mika's design looks average to me, and so I decided to skip him. Unless you are a whale or have a deep pockets for the game, you should never wish on a banner for just the 4-star character, especially if you don't plan on using the featured 5-star character. I learned this the hard way when I tried to pull for Kuki Shinobu and got Sino at early PT before getting Kuki Shinobu. While it's a good problem to have since I got Sino at very early, a PT count is still a PT count. To this day, I still don't use Sino except for rare expedition quest. Although Sino is good, but I prefer Raiden Shogun. It's not advisable to pull for a 4-star since there are no guarantee or PT system for 4-star characters. Moreover, there's a good chance that you'll get the 5-star first before getting your intended 4-star character. Hoyoverse has started a trend of putting a good 4-star character support alongside to the 5-star character they're buffing. For example, Kojusara for Raiden Shogun, Goru for Ito, Farusan for Wanderer, and Mika for Shenhe or Ayaka? It doesn't feel right, as if Hoyoverse is telling us that Mika is not a physical savior we are hoping for. While his healing and attack speed boost are good, it is not on the top of Eula's wishlist. I'm not willing to spend my Primogems to get Mika to C6 just to obtain that 60% crit damage. Thanks but no thanks. Dealing damage isn't Eula's problem. In fact, Eula is one of the best hard-hitting characters in the game, even at C0. Mika C6 is like winning more rather than fixing Eula's issues. We're already approaching the end of Sumeru, and the Hydro Archon is just around the corner. Like the previous Archons, it is expected that the Hydro Archon will be one of the most powerful units in the game. It is generally a good idea to start saving Primogems to secure yourself at least a single copy of the Hydro Archon. Now here's the fun part, and I saved the best for last. Although Mika is a good addition to Eula's team, Eula doesn't badly need what Mika provides. Critical damage buff is universally good, but it was lazily designed in my opinion. And you need Constellation 6 just to get it. Mika is more like a win more addition rather than fixing Eula's current issues. I'm a full-time Eula main and I use her in Overworld, Domain, and Spiral Abyss. The only time that I am not using Eula is when I'm not playing Genshin Impact. On that note, I know few issues that Eula currently has. And that is what I'm looking for whenever a new character is being hyped as Eula support like Mika. As they say, the first step in solving the problem is actually knowing the problem first. Eula's first problem is her burst time uptime and energy management. Eula's burst is the centerpiece of her damage output, and having 100% uptime is a big boost to Eula's DPS capability. Her burst skill costs 80, and although her elemental skill has a short cooldown, it doesn't generate many particles. This energy issue can be easily fixed, especially by having her support characters equip Favonius weapons. Rosaria and Diona are also excellent batteries for Eula, and Raiden Shogun can refill Eula's energy. Unfortunately, Mika, though a cryo character, doesn't solve Eula's energy problem due to a long elemental skill cooldown and few elemental particles generated. Eula's second problem is having a good off-field sub-DPS. After casting Eula's burst skill, you need to perform elemental skill or normal attack to put a stack on her elemental burst for the next 7 seconds. This 7 seconds period could result in a damage loss if Eula is not dealing significant normal attack damage. I love using Yelan with Eula because after Yelan's burst kill, it provides more damage while Eula is busy performing her normal attacks. Unfortunately, Yelan is a Hydro character. It would be sweet if she were a Cryo character and also acted as a good battery for Eula. Mika does not meet the criteria for a good sub-DPS and doesn't solve this Eula's problem on her kit. And my last issue with Eula, and I hope Hoyo Burst will release a support character for her soon, is a shield breaking skill. As physical character, Elemental Shield is one of the Eula's big issues, especially on Spiral Abyss. And though we can swap to other character for shield breaking, Eula is still dependent on her team for shield breaking. What I would hope for a dedicated physical support is a skill that gives an active character a few seconds shield breaking buff. This makes Eula not dependent on her teammates to break off the shield. Unfortunately, Mika doesn't provide these mechanics, that's why I skip him. I will only spend Primogems for Eula support if that character will be better on these 3 4-star characters available right now, which I think the best Eula support on the current meta. My top one is Rosaria. She provides a good energy battery for Eula, additional critical rate buff, and a defense shred. Rosaria is the best Eula support currently in my opinion. My top 2 Eula support is the good old Bennett. The healing and attack buff combination is very good. No more explanation needed for Bennett at this point. And my top 3 Eula support is Cookie Shinobu. She provides healing and superconduct reaction, and she's cute too. Cookie is a very comfortable character to add to Eula's team, especially on overworld quests. On that note, I cannot put Mika ahead of these 3 support. That's why I decided to skip him. Mika is another welcome addition to Genshin Impact roster. I always like it when a new character is added to the game. However, as a free-to-play or low spender, we cannot get our hands on all of these new characters. We are constantly on guard to protect our Primogems so that we can spend them when it matters. While Mika is a good physical support, he is not the type of support I am looking for to complement Eula. As I listed in this video, Mika doesn't solve Eula's problem. A good support character in my definition should be fully operational at C0 or C1 and be able to solve a certain character's issues. Therefore, I have decided to skip Mika and continue waiting for that support character that will make Eula more appreciated by most players. I hope you found this video informative, and as always, I appreciate your support and feedback. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. Whether you're here to learn something new, engage in a discussion, or simply pass the time, I'm grateful for your time and attention. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll never miss a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.